The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team by Patrick Lencioni. So this quick refresher, I will tell a story that kind of reflects those 5 levels: the absence of trust, the fear of conflict, the lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, as well as the inattention to results. And I will first go this kind of depressing route, okay? So I'll call her Roberta, okay? Roberta is in a team where people talk behind her backs. She can feel her back. She can feel that there is a lot of negative feedback, but people don't talk directly to her. They have more of an indirect communication style, okay? She also had it once or twice where she had from her perspective, great idea, and her boss said, yeah, Roberta, you with your ideas, please, we have to focus here. So that for her, it feels like more of a me against them mentality. She, in essence, doesn't feel psychologically safe. So level number 1, absent of trust, is absolutely here. She doesn't feel trust in that team. So therefore, she's now in a meeting and they're discussing about how to move ahead with the project. And everybody in the team says we should do A. We should move ahead in such a way, in the A way, okay? And she thinks, well, actually, we should do B. But because she doesn't feel safe in that team, because she had negative experiences in the past, she will not speak up. She will not tell people, hey, we should do this, because already last time she had these bad experiences. And so therefore, she feels not safe and will also not raise this quote unquote conflict. So she has a fear of conflict. And also when people get asked like, okay, should we do A or B? She says, yeah, let's do A. And also the boss has kind of a fear of conflict. So he or she will not address it. Yeah. She will not say, hey, I think there is something, tell us. Yeah. So he or she is more happy that we can move ahead. So imagine lack of commitment. How much commitment Roberta has in this situation? It's close to 0. She doesn't feel like she can stand behind this. If something goes wrong, she says, yeah, of course. Yeah, I thought about B, but you guys wanted to do A. So avoidance of accountability is also present. She will not feel accountable for the results. Remember that little scene we had last time. So if there is an email at 7 o'clock in the evening, where the client is angry and there's some mistake that happened, and it's really important that we solve this today in the evening, yes, 7 in the evening, she will not contact the boss because she's only in CC in that email. Because she will think like, oh no, that means I will stay until 9 o'clock and the boss come on. I don't feel connected to her anyway, so I will not say anything. Next morning, the boss comes to her and says, hey, what happened, right? Like there was a huge mistake. Didn't you see that yesterday? And she says, sorry, I was already out of office. It all started with the human element of distrust, of not feeling safe, and it all resulted in an inattention to results. So a focusing on status and ego. That's the kind of the pyramid of Patrick Lencioni, those 5 levels. And then we can see it also the other way around. What happens with Roberto if he is in a team where he feels safe, where there is direct feedback culture, where they had conflicts in the past, but they were solved. They had difficult situations, but they were solved. He will feel more of a sense of a trust. It's a together, like a working together. Yeah. So there is less stress in that team in the sense of, how do I move ahead and stuff like that. It's much more a focus on those results again. So when same situation for Roberto, everybody says A, he thinks B, he will speak up. He will say, hey, actually, I think B, we should do B. And they have a lively discussion, an interesting, a passionate discussion, maybe sometimes even a heated discussion about this. But in the end, they still choose A. But now what they have is not a consensus, right? Not everybody is that it's not for everybody the best way, but what they have, including with Roberto, they have consent. So Roberto maybe says, I would still do B if I could choose freely, but I see why you guys want to move ahead with A, so I'm in it. Yeah, because the goal cannot be a consensus all the time. Otherwise, you cannot take any decisions if you move ahead always only if everybody's 100% like, that's my opinion. Yeah. So he, in essence, Roberto feels heard. That's the difference between the previous example and now. And he also therefore feels committed. He feels like, okay, we as a team decided we're going to do that. And now again, so he has not a lack of commitment. He is committed, and therefore he also feels accountable when that email comes at 7 o'clock in the evening, right? With that client email, Roberto will actually go contact his boss and to talk about it and say, hey, I think we should react today and not tomorrow. And in the end, the client result is much better, because they can react already today, because everything started with trust as well, because he felt like he could speak up and he feels accountable for the results of the team.